Hey guys, welcome back to the Pop channel. For this week's deck profile, we're gonna feature this particular leader. Yes, I know this is another Clash of Fates deck, and where are the set 6 deck profiles? I have some prepared in mind, and these are really interesting ones. I have Vanilla Goku, Chila Elemo, and also Bojack's deck that I really want to play and play test them. However, I do not have the cards. Bear with me, have some patience. They are being shipped to me from overseas. I live in Europe. This is really a very disgusting situation that we have in Europe when it comes to getting the cards. Distributors cannot get the cards. I mean, not the official distributors. I don't know what they are doing, but many shops here who are just trying to sell the cards, they have problems getting the cards into Europe too. So that is a really bad situation. Bear with me, but once I get the cards, I think it's sometime next week, I will definitely do it like a play test it, and the deck profiles are coming soon. Alright, so that said, without further ado, let's go straight into the deck profile. See you guys after the short intro. Alright, let's talk about the deck. So this is Bardock's crew deck, and you could see that we play around the theme. This deck, and the main gist of this particular deck is being very defensive, slowly grind your opponents out and really catch them off guard with how fast that this deck can be. Alright, because the deck is very defensive. So let me tell you. Alright, so this is how it works. So this is Bardock's. What he does is, burst 2, when he swings, you have to attack a leader's card. This is one of the bad side of the deck. It does not really have board control, because your leader has to attack your opponent's leader card, and at the same time, most of your crew, except for Bardock himself, are very low when it comes to battle power. And those that have high battle power, you want them to stay on the board. So you don't want to swing them, because 15k is actually very easy to take them out. So this is something that, which is pretty bad. Board control is something that is very lacking in this deck. And if anyone has some good ideas on how to increase the board control, just let me know in the comment section. Alright, so he has to attack a leader card. He gets you get to draw a card, and you need to burst 2, and then you get 5k for the duration of the turn. And when he untaps when he awakens, and Sparkling 5, when he attacks any cards now, you get to draw a card, and he gets 5k. So he is very good when you are up against decks that awakens very early, like Shenron, because he swings at 15 and he swings at 20 when he awakens, right? So when this card is being attacked, you get to crit yourself. So you take 1 life from your and you put it in your drop area, and you negate the attack. So take note, this is not a counter play, so as like counter battle, counter play, or counter attack, something like that. So you could use this ability on things like Gogeta. Not Gogeta, Triple Flash. Yep, because Triple Flash says your opponent cannot activate counter, but this is not a counter. This is an auto, so you can do that. So let's take a look at the deck. I'm not going to go through every deck like usual. I'm just going to go through the main cards, and slowly I'm going to tell you how each card kind of synchronize with each other. Alright, so your main card is this guy. This is a card that you want to have in your hands. Okay, what he does, he's a barrier, and he's a 2 cost. If there's a Bardock's crew in your drop area, you don't have to care about that, because of the burst 2, you will have a Bardock's crew in your drop area. Alright, if not, just combo when your Bardock's attack, or defensive combo, just to put it there. Yeah, and what he does is that for 3 blue energy, place this card in the owner's drop area, and you get to choose 1 Final Strike Bardock from your deck or your drop area. So Final Strike Bardock, this guy, you don't want it in your hands. When you have it in your mulligan it out, you want this card to be in your hands. Once you get this card, you're good to go. Yep. And from your deck or drop area, you play it, shuffle through your deck if you look through it. Yep. So for 3 energy, you get to bring this guy out. So what does this guy do for 3 energy? he has barrier, and there can be only one of him. It was like, whoa, must be pretty good, right? No, I think it's just because he has barrier 25k, and then just that you really don't want it, like two of them. So it's the worst thing for people to Mafuba this guy, because you could hardcast this guy again. So now you have two because it's not your problem. Yeah, but that's that. When this card is switched from rest mode to active mode, if your leader card is a Bardock Screw, which we are, your opponent chooses one card from their hands and put it at the bottom of their deck. So every time he untaps, then he gets your opponent has to take one card and puts it under the bottom of the deck. So this is really good because there are three ways to untap him. First, the untap phase. Second is this lady over here. For just 2 energy, she's a critical. Unfortunately, she does not have barrier. If a Bardock Screw, so for 3 energy, but for 2 energy, because a Bardock Screw is in your battle area, it's in your drop area, she becomes a 2-drop. Place this card in your owner's drop area. So like sack her, you get to untap any Bardock Screw. So untap him because your opponent has to drop one. Yep. And then you get to swing again for 25k barrier. He has barrier, so it's fine. He is extremely very difficult to take out from the board. Yep. The next way to untap him, it's a very, very disgusting way to do it. Yep. So this is basically your end goal, your end game. This guy. Tora red band. So if your leader card is a Bardock Screw card, choose up to 1 blue Tora. So you have this guy and this guy. And then you get to warp him, send him to warp, just 1 card. You get to draw 4 cards. And then you get to switch your Final Strike Bardocks back into active mode. So when you switch him back into the active mode, your opponent, what does he have to do? He has to take 1 card, put it at the bottom of the deck again. So he has 4 cards. And then it gets 10k and double strike for the duration of the turn. What? So when you do that, you swing, this guy becomes a 35k double striker. Just like that. Yep, so this is what you want to do. And you could safely play it at 4, because at the end of your turn, too bad, it's not at the end of the battle, but it's at the end of the turn, you get to untap 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. With Sensu Bean, you get to untap way more energy than that. Yep, so with 4 cards, so your hand size, it's always good. A pretty good deck, actually. Now, what if you don't have this card in your hands? It's fine, because of this particular Buzz 2, you literally just populate your drop area. So that's why we play 3 of this Tora. And what he does is that when you play this card, you get to choose 1 Bardock Screw and add it into your hands. So if this is in your drop area, you can play him to get it into your hands. Yep. And this particular card helps you to, when it is a blue, she's basically a 0-cost 10k. She doesn't draw a card, but you can get her back with this guy if you want to. Yep. So you could, when you use it to defensively combo, so when it is being attacked on either your leader or on this particular one guy, she is a 10k 0 cost. So that's really efficient. That pushes this thing up to 35k and 25k respectively. Yep, so she's really good when it comes to defensive comboing. What is really lacking in this deck? She's a searcher. So look at top 5, Bardock Screw added into hands. Unfortunately, Toro, I can see the future, the Shia. He's not a Bardock Screw, so you can't do that. And this is basically to stop people. You get to draw a card, and then during your opponent's turn, your opponent switches energy to active mode. Basically, he can't use things like Sensu Bean, which a lot of decks splashes blue, even though they are not blue, and like things like Golden Frieza and that starter deck Goku, they have problems against this card. So this is the card that you want to have when you're playing against like Golden Frieza and starter deck Goku. Yep. And this is the ability Unleash Sugash. I never play him. Usually this deck does not really need him. But that's that. I don't play Future Punch. It's a chop, not a punch. But that's that. I didn't really play him. Then at all costs, he is very important just in case you, because you don't have inbuilt Self-Awakening. He helps you to Self-Awaken for a very cheap 3 cost. He is a 3 cost card. You let you can draw a card, and then you get to switch one immediately energy back to active mode. So and if you have 5 or more energy, you get to take 2 lives, so it helps you to awaken, and then you could swing for triple strike, and you get to pop any cards from your opponent's battle card. This deck, like I said, does not have inbuilt board control or inbuilt self-awakening. That's why we need to play 3 copies of that all-course Vegeta. You could substitute it with Pan, but Pan does not have board control. Yep, so this is something to take note. And yeah, basically how I play is this. Turn 1, if you want to tap out, it's fine. You can play this, you could play him, or you could play the Searcher to get the cards in your hands. Turn 2, tap out, go for this guy. Because what you want to do in turn 2 is you still want to get damage, because you still want to self-awaken, and if your opponent doesn't hit you, it's fine, you tap out anyways. Yep. Turn 3, this is when if you can awaken, turn 3 is a huge play. This is what you want to do in turn 3. Use 2 of your energy, play Fasha. So when Fasha comes out, you use Fasha's swing with Fasha. Use her swing with Fasha, it's fine. So you have a 15k critical. Yep. You swing with Tora, 15k barrier. So you have 2 swings of 15k in turn 3. Awaken, untap 2, so now you have 3 energy. Use that 3 energy, use his ability, and bring Final Strike Bardocks from your deck or from your drop area out. So when he comes out, swing 25k barrier. 25k barrier, swing with your leader to draw a card. You have 3 energy that is tapped. It's totally fine, because if you have a dimensional magic in your hands, you could just take 1 life, because you definitely will have 6 cards in your drop area. Take 1 life and untap 2 energy, and you can go for defensive play. If not, if things comes to critical, you can use his ability just to take 1, crit yourself 1 life to negate any attack. And turn 4, swing. He untaps. Your opponent has to take 1 card, put it under his deck, play him, warp him out, draw 4 cards. Untap him, your opponent has to put 1 card in, he becomes a 35k double strike. So you already swing 1 time 25k, swing 1 time with a leader, 15k, draw a card, and then a 35k double strike will be swinging. At the end of turn, untap 1 energy, go for your defensive play. Turn 5, if your opponent has nothing to answer, swing with this guy, your opponent has to take, untap this guy, your opponent has to put it into your drop area, play at all costs Vegeta, draw 1 card, untap 1 energy, take 2 of your cards into your hand, pop 1 card, this guy gains triple strike, go for it, and then Scientist fool him, double strike, and then your Bardocks swing again, and you still have 1 energy left for your defensive play. So that's the deck. I hope you like it. It's been pretty enjoyable. If not, you can just Tora him again if you want to. Yeah, go for double 25k, make him drop another card, and then swing again with a 35k double strike that you get to draw 4 cards. So that's the deck. I hope you like it. If you have any ideas how to improve it, comment on it on my comment under this video, subscribe, like, follow me on my Instagram, and we see each other in my next deck profile. So hopefully it's gonna be a set 6. Yeah, ciao.